Hi, I'm Brett Kabler. This is the second presentation, so I'm going to be talking about what is geology and then the impact on society that it has. The definition of geology is the study of the earth, the materials of which it is made, the structure of those materials, and the processes acting upon them. Ultimately, it's the study of organisms that have inhabited our planet. Um, an important part about geology is like how we study its the materials of the earth, structures, processes, and different organisms, and like how all of that has changed over time. Specifically, what a geologist does is they work to understand the history of our planet. So, the more that we understand, the better we can foresee how events in the future might go. For example, they study Earth processes. So, this can include landslides, earthquakes, floods, volcanic eruptions. Um, to understand these processes, uh, we have geologists who look at maps of areas that have been impacted in the past by these, um, and then these maps can be used to develop where you might need, for example, a flood, like flood protection, or where insurance is needed. Um, so they also study earth materials, and we use these materials in everything that we do every day. So there's oil, metals, water. Um, they do studies that locate different rock formations, all sorts of things, natural gas, groundwater. And then most importantly, geologists study Earth history. So, one of the most concerning things that we have to deal with today is climate change, and that's something geologists are really working to learn about. Um, they're specifically looking at how it's changed over time, and this is very valuable news, and it'll help us understand what we can do to stop climate change. So the second thing that I'm going to be getting into is the immense impact that geology has on our everyday lives. So, for example, all raw materials come from Earth, come from um, just you know native elements, so like oxides, sulfates, sulfides, and then just obviously resources that we have to use. Then also, for example, the electricity that is running everything right now is generated through either thermal power plants, hydropower plants. So basically, it's very crucial that we understand certain aspects of the earth, and we use geology to understand those so that we can have things like electricity. Um, Oil and gas, obviously huge. They brought major change in the last 150 years or so. Um, Obviously, fuel for vehicles, airplanes, trains. It also provides byproducts like petroleum jelly. Another thing is obviously glass. So that's provided by sand, and then um, one of the most crucial, obviously, is just water itself. Most important resource, probably most crucial resource we need it to live. Um, so something that I think that is really interesting is obviously geology has had an impact on society, but also what have we as civilization done to impact geology? Obviously we're doing things such as like fracking for oil, which is causing earthquakes and um, all sorts of destruction, and then also ways that we're accelerating erosion. Climate change is huge, so ultimately, the ways that we as a civilization act can not only affect geology, but can it goes full circle. Whatever we do can come back and affect us in the same way. So it's just something interesting to think about. these are different aspects of geology that have impacted history since the beginning of mankind. So, um, without the study of geology, we wouldn't have these resources. We wouldn't have all these options, especially in technology that we have today. So, um, the study of geology is crucial to society, and without it, we wouldn't be where we are today.